What is up, amigos? Hope you're doing awesome. My name is Maddie and welcome back to my channel. Bro, Ranveer Singh, you have now issued an apology, I know, and it is good that you did. But man, are you doing Dhurandhar or Dhurandhar? Because the way you behaved on that IFFI stage still looked like someone who had completely lost sense of place in people. The sudden over-the-top Kantara mimicry referring to the Chavundi Daiva as a female host and performing it like a stage gimmick felt completely disconnected from the cultural weight of what you were trying to imitate. It almost looked like you were running on some strange energy powder that wipes out the basic awareness of where you're standing and what you're saying. And the reason this moment deserves discussion is simple. Even though you have apologized, the impact of this incident and the discomfort it created for many people does not disappear the moment a statement is posted. It still needs to be reflected upon, understood and acknowledged with seriousness, because Kantara is not a regular mass entertainer. It is a film rooted in identity, belief and spiritual tradition, and the Daiva is not a movie character created for thrill. It is a living cultural practice that people treat with devotion. When you refer to the Chavundi Daiva as a female ghost and recreate the moments in an exaggerated theatrical manner, it becomes a distortion of something that holds deep meaning for a community. And people are right to point out that anyone who has watched the film even once would understand the difference. That is why this incident felt careless. It showed a gap between intention and awareness, and that gap matters in a country where cultural representation carries real emotional weight. Your reenactment did not appear like appreciation. It appeared more like confusion. It looked like an attempt to create a moment of entertainment without understanding that this is not a space meant for casual imitation. And what added to the awkwardness were reports that you repeated the act backstage in front of Rishab Shetty even after he clearly asked you not to. When the creator of the film himself draws a boundary, respecting it is the bare minimum, and ignoring that request made the entire situation feel even more careless than it needed to be. Your apology now addresses the intention, but the incident still stands as an example of why awareness matters just as much as admiration. The backlash was not just about hating you, it was about the cultural sensitivity that surrounds the Bhoota Kola tradition. People felt that the ritual was turned into a performance toy, something to recreate on stage for applause, instead of treating it with the seriousness it deserves. And this is not the first time viewers have raised concerns about Bollywood celebrities speaking on regional cinema without fully understanding the cultural background. Your moment became a reminder of that pattern, and that is why the reaction was intense. It was not personal, it was about the symbol you misrepresented. And I saw this firsthand. When I spoke about it on X, I said that an actor as talented as you should be careful because your off-screen persona can overshadow your performances. And almost instantly, my tweet was hit with PR-style replies and irrelevant comments trying to ratio the post and bury the point. It was not a debate. It was an attempt to drown criticism under noise, and that reaction itself reveals the bigger problem. Honest critique is now treated like an attack, and any attempt to discuss accountability is instantly met with deflection. But accountability is exactly what keeps public figures grounded, respected, and aware of how their actions are perceived. Your apology is a step in the right direction. It acknowledges intention and it expresses regret, and that deserves to be noted and accepted. But acceptance does not mean the conversation ends, because the issue was never about whether you intended disrespect. It was about the impact of what happened. People were hurt and confused, and that cannot be erased with a single statement. What the apology does is allow the conversation to shift from anger to learning, from reaction to understanding. It gives you the chance to reflect and ensures that moments like this do not repeat, because none of this has anything to do with your acting talent. You are capable of brilliant performances, and everyone has seen that. The concern is that your off-screen unpredictability keeps overwhelming the work you are trying to rebuild. Dhurandhar has the potential to be a turning point for you, a reminder of the actor you truly are. But incidents like this take attention away from your craft and shift the spotlight to controversies. That is why people want you to slow down a little, observe a little more, and understand that silence and awareness can do more for your comeback than theatrics on public platforms. This entire moment could have been a celebration of cross-industry admiration. Instead, it became a case study in how cultural nuance can be lost if an actor forgets the responsibility that comes with influence. Your apology shows that you understand there was a mistake, and now the only thing that matters is what you take away from it. Because when an actor's off-screen actions start overshadowing his on-screen brilliance, honest criticism becomes necessary. Not to shame, not to guide, but to remind that respect matters. Awareness awareness matters, and the work you're trying to rebuild deserves a clean, focused path, free from distractions that could have been avoided with a little more thought. That's it from me today. Please do consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel if you appreciate honest opinions and content around cinema. Do add your thoughts in the comment section. Also consider checking out my Instagram, X and Facebook pages for more such content. So until next time, you all take care, stay awesome, and bye-bye.